Welcome to my channel French Pulse. Let's enjoy learning French. Today we are going to learn the usage of apre followed by avoir and être in infinitive plus the past participle. These sort of sentences usually come in mettez au temps convenable. So in French, when we use apre, when there's apre in the sentence, it's used with infinitive of either avoir or être plus the passe, past participle. So to express after plus ing, let's take an example. After having plus past participle, we follow this structure. What is the structure? Apre plus infinitive of the auxiliary, that is either avoir or être plus the past participle. All the verbs in all the compound tenses that take avoir or auxiliary will use avoir, and all the verbs that take être as auxiliary in all the compound tenses. What are the compound tenses? Some of the compound tenses that we have learned are passé composé, plus que parfait, futur antérieur. Then those same, whichever verbs take être will use être. Let's look at some examples to understand this better. Let's take a few examples using the auxiliary avoir. Remember, you must use the same auxiliary that you're using in all the compound tenses. That means verbs that take avoir as auxiliary will continue taking avoir, and verbs that use être will take être. So here we go, auxiliary avoir. Après avoir fini mon devoir, je commencerai à prendre mon dîner. So after finishing my homework, I will start taking my dinner. So look at the structure here. It's après plus avoir or être, because the verb finir takes auxiliary avoir. We're going to use avoir plus past participle. And you are going to conjugate it here. You can see après avoir fini mon devoir, je commencerai à prendre mon dîner. Let's take another example. Après avoir quitté l'école, Elena est rentrée chez elle. So, after leaving school, Elena went back home. So here, the verb quitter uses auxiliary avoir. So we're going to have après plus avoir plus past participle. So what's the structure? It's après followed by auxiliary verb, either avoir or être plus the past participle. We saw two examples here using the auxiliary avoir. Now we're going to use the auxiliary être. Before we see examples with auxiliary être, here are some important points to remember. Use the same auxiliary as in compound tenses. I've already mentioned this, but still I'm repeating. All the compound tenses, you must use the same auxiliary that you've been using. That means the verbs that take avoir will continue using avoir. The verbs that take être will continue taking être. Now, what are my compound tenses? Passé composé, futur antérieur, plus que parfait. So far we have learned these tenses. Remember that with auxiliary être, we need to agree the past participle with the person doing the action, right? Subject-verb agreement. In all the compound tenses, we need to have this agreement done. That is, agree the past participle with the person doing the action. Now, we'll see some examples using auxiliary être. Let's look at example using auxiliary être. Après être allé au lit, Paula a dormi. So, after going to bed, Paula fell asleep. Paula is feminine. So, we're using, of course, we're using the auxiliary être, plus we need to have an agreement, right? So, après, the structure is après, avoir or être, that's auxiliary avoir or être plus the past participle. So here when we use the auxiliary être, there has to be an agreement based on the subject that is doing the action. So, Paula a dormir. So, after going to bed, who went to bed? Paula. Then she fell asleep. Let's take another example. Après être parti, elles sont allées dans le magasin. So, after leaving, they went to the shop. Again, here we've got parti. Elle is plural, that is feminine plural. So, we need to add es. So, this was après plus avoir and être is auxiliary plus past participle. This is the structure. I hope you have understood the usage of après plus auxiliary avoir or être plus past participle. In the description box, there's a link to my Padlet, my website, and there's also a link for a quiz on the same topic. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Au revoir et à bientôt.